Lads, how's it going? It's Cheesy and welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing well. So earlier, I published the Logitech G923 initial review, the intro video, and that seemed to be very liked. Actually, I think it's my second most viewed video on the channel, so appreciate all the support on that. And I said I would follow it up with a full review video, full in-depth guide, and that is what we're going to be doing today. So if you guys enjoy, be sure to leave a like, and I know a lot of people like free things. Well, subscribing is free, so if you guys want to press that button, it would be appreciated. If not, and notifications mess up your phone, that's alright, no worries there. Do your thing, but I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so I am on my Canon M50. That'll be shown in the setup video that is coming very soon. But we have the Logitech G923 here, and we have this very nice wheel. You have these new buttons that are coming along with it, and we are turning over here to look at the paddle shifters. They have a nice click. I don't have the sound going for them right now, but they have a nice click to them, a nice button feel, not magnetic, although I would like to see that, but it's very nice. It is the Xbox version, so you do have the Xbox buttons and the Xbox home button on the sides, so you have the XWAB on there, but then you have this, if it'll focus, the leather, what I'm trying to get at, and the leather stitching. So if it'll focus, hand trick, not gonna work. No, you don't want to work. All right then, but it is nice leather. And then you have this blue reflector on the top, blue metal piece, blue metal plastic, some alloy like that, and it's pretty nice, very nice build quality, in fact. And then you have the back, you have the Logitech buttons, and then you have the two knob adjustments, showing the knobs at the bottom of the desk. They clamp down if it'll focus, thank you, and that's where it can adjust to your desk. So in order to use those knob adjustments, you have to pull them out for first, so like they pop out. Yeah, there we go, focus, thank you. So they pop out and you unscrew it counterclockwise, and it'll move down just that tiny bit. And if you want it back up, then you can just screw it clockwise, and it'll clamp onto your desk, and that's how it goes. There's also screws to screw it into some kind of mount if you need that, but I'm just using it on a desk, on an IKEA desk right now. So it also stays flat and level, which is also very nice about that. So moving down onto the pedals, you can see the RGB from my computer providing good lighting. So you have this footboard, plastic, nice there, and it keeps your feet on a place to rest, somewhat at a level of the gas, brake, and clutch. So you have the glass. I pushed it down to show that it was pretty nice, and you can actually move the head around there, so you can place it wherever you need. And with the brake, there's a lot more tension, so there's a lot more force that you have to apply to brake. So gas is pretty easy, brake is a little bit more difficult, and you can move all three pedals around, and then clutch is somewhere in between the brake and the gas, and all the pedals can be adjusted. So looking at the brakes now, they're placed in a cylinder almost, and they have the springs and the tension that you have there. So coming out the back, that will actually run to my PC. Don't mind the cable management there, but there is a cable that runs, and that's the pedals. So moving on to the bottom, now turning it around, you can see we have this these spikes that are held onto the ground. You can screw it into a cockpit, or you can use spikes, and you can actually put them down, which is I'm also finding nice, and that lever triggers them to pop back out. But that I'm really enjoying it. So it stays on the carpet. It actually grips down, so even though it's against that wall, it's nice to have something to anchor it towards, and I'm really appreciating that Logitech did that. So now we're going to be going into the Logitech Hub software, the Logitech G Hub software, and this is where we'll do most of the customization. I have my Logitech G923 mouse, but we're going to be wanting to look at the Logitech G923, as is the title of this video. So you have the commands that you can put, and these are window commands. So if you wanted to do something such as Alt F4, if your buddy was just trying to escape, or you're just trying to troll him when he tries to shift up, you could do so. So then you have these different keys. So if you wanted to technically type in the chat with your wheel, or you wanted to play a game with your wheel, you could do so, and Logitech allows for that, which I find pretty nice, pretty cool that you're able to do that. And then I don't know what this is for. I'm not a big user of that, and the macros not as well. You can just basically use them with the commands, and I find that is plenty, but it's nice that Logitech has included these elements into their software for everyone. So then you have the system. So primary click, you can use that as a mouse, and that is just using this as basically a mouse and keyboard, so you don't have to do anything, which is pretty nice, because when you're playing sim games, you don't want to be using your mouse or keyboard the whole time if you're in your cockpit. Obviously I don't have one at this moment, maybe gonna upgrade soon, but that's just something to think about. So you can see that the configurations can be set towards any game, or almost any game. Logitech has to approve them, of course, or something of that sort. It has to recognize it. But we have Destiny 2, Fortnite, all of those sorts. But I'm going to put it into Assetto Corsa mode, and it actually tells you that that mode is active, which is nice to see. Oh, I'm kind of tired. These midnight recordings aren't going so hot. But you have the steering wheel angles, so you can change the way that your steering wheel turns. So if you turn it to 180, it only recognizes up to 180, but obviously, like a direct drive wheel, it doesn't have mechanical bump stops, so you can keep on still going until it stops you, which is at the 900 degrees, but it'll just stop reading it after the 180. So sensitivity turned all the way up. It is as what it says, more sensitive. So the smaller you turn it, the even the numbers will change. So you have this center spring strength, so it is automatically set. I keep it as automatically set, but if you turn it to 0, you have no feedback, no force that's stopping you. No strength in the springs or the belt drive automatically. So that's it. But the highlight of this, the new True Force effect, I'll be playing some games that I'll be recording that talk about this True Force, and I'll actually show the games that are supported right now. So those are the products that are compatible. So the PC games, you have Assetto Corsa Competizione and Grid 2019. On PlayStation, you have that, I believe it is, what's the Assetto Corsa, the game? But if you have PS4, you know what I'm talking about, that fourth game, and I'll look at it on the website in a second. But you can adjust the True Force, or you can apply the settings from game. I keep it at default settings, just because that's what works best for everything. But that's nice. So we have the pedals. Each pedal is mildly sensitive, and it reads everything. So for the gas, if you press on it just a little bit, me trying to find the bite point in it, so it has a little bit of a dead zone, but when you're racing, nothing super noticeable. Brake as well has a little bit of a dead zone, and clutch, not that much, but I guess you can't really tell. So pedal sensitivity, similar to the wheel sensitivity. The smaller increments you push on it, the faster it moves up. So that's pretty interesting, pretty nice stuff, but I'll keep it at 50 where I like it. So guys, that's the software. Very nice software by Logitech. I'm enjoying it very much, and it is a nice way and a nice layout. I think that I haven't experienced other software, but I think that this is a really nice software. So moving on to their website now, we have the Logitech G923 official website of Logitech. So it retails for $400. I got it off sale, or off a gift card, I should say. So we were able to do that and purchase it that way. Logitech has not sponsored me, but I want to showcase their product for you guys and let you know if it's a good buy. And spoiler alert, it is. So future of sim racing, you have the True Force, which we talked about. It takes the real physics from the game and applies it, and I have enjoyed that, and I think that it's very good. I have grid, and it's been really good. So dual clutch function, instead of having two paddles on each side, you can just use a button and the paddles, and the paddles and a button on the wheel to use that. So we have the True Racing within Milestones and Fernando Alonso. So I believe there is a partnership between these two, and they have built this wheel together, or he has tested it. So these three games. So it's Gran Turismo Sport, which is on PS4, that you can play with this, which is pretty fun. I don't have a PS4, but I've seen good things about that game, and if you have the PS4, I'd highly recommend you getting this wheel if you don't have one already, just because it's fun to drive on the wheel. So you have a motor control system. It's belt driven, of course, not straight from the motor, but it still gives you the road signs or road details that you really need. So more traction, less smoke. Just highlighting the wheel here. Crafted for sim racing. So talking about the different parts, the quality parts, and everything of that sort. So you have the different controls, and you have the selection dial, so the knob that we were showing in the two buttons there. So you can change maybe brake bias or camera view. I like to set it as that because it's just a little bit easier, and it's very easy to change ERS and DRS on F1 2019. I have seen. So progressive brake pedals, so there has been complaints about brakes there. So built-in rev indicator. I'll take a second to talk about this because I did have an issue with this myself. So if you guys do purchase this and you are having issues, be sure if you're on PC to plug it into USB 3.0 output. USB 3.0, because the rev indicators don't work. Although the wheel works, the rev indicators don't, and you need to be on a supported game for the rev indicators. So there are certain games that don't support it, and there are certain games that do support it. Just because it supports dual clutch function does not mean that it also supports the rev indicators. So just be sure about that. So you have the shifter, the H pattern shifter. I am going to be looking into this because I do want to play more manual car games instead of just the F1 2019 games, but that is something that will come in time. So the product compatibility, I talked about these games a little bit, the 2 games on PC and then the 2 other games on PlayStation, or the one other game, which is Gran Turismo Sport, that is compatible, and PC and Xbox only have those 2 games. I'd like to see more games include the True Force, which is a landmark item of this wheel, which is one of the main reasons we get it, because it's newer, and it has that capabilities. So I'd like to see them that implement it, and maybe one of the newer F1 games, the new WRC 9, something of that sort, and maybe even Project Cars or NASCAR Heat 5. I'd just like to see it implemented in there. So my honest review now of this wheel, I've been enjoying it. So I would say, based on what I've heard about the Logitech G920 and G23, I believe. So that's the old models. I would say if you have that wheel, no need to upgrade. It's serving very good right now. It's probably serving your purpose. If it's broken, of course you want to upgrade it, but I think that it's doing its job, and there isn't enough new stuff right now that there is reason to change. I believe that if you're in the market for a new wheel, this is a good way to start. It's my way of getting started as well in the channel and in sim racing community, and I think that it's a new way. So if you're wanting to get a wheel, wanting to get started, well, or maybe you have a very outdated wheel, so you maybe have the first Logitech wheel, which I believe is a Logitech G20 or G970, I believe, something around there. So the first wheel, if you have it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you want to upgrade from there, I would highly recommend this. It's new and sleek design, and it's premium build quality, and the games that right now that it's compatible with, if you are playing those games and you are enjoying those games, again, that's another reason why you should get it. So I'm saying that yes, you should purchase this item, but take it with a grain of salt. Take it with the knowledge of what games you're going to play, and maybe what else you have. If you need to maybe buy a cheaper option, this is $400, as I said. Not everybody can get that, so take that into consideration. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to let me know by leaving the like button. If you didn't, or if you want to see more videos like that, leave that in the comments. Let me know if I can improve on something, or if you want to see more videos like this, as I said. So thanks guys, stay safe, and peace.